Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for a movie review. Hopefully you will enjoy this movie review. This is for Five Nights at Freddy's, the 2023 film that I got a chance to check out for myself to see how I was going to think of this film overall. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this hour and 50-minute movie for Five Nights at Freddy's. And let you know my thoughts on this movie overall. So, let's dive into this movie review. Now, I think they made a video game for this, now movie, I guess you could say. So, pretty much, I never played the video game, but I'll have to check it out and see what I think of that video game. But, basically, Josh Hutcherson plays a guy named Mike in this film, and he has recurring dreams about his brother Garrett, and he basically gets majority of those recurring dreams with his new job. His previous job, he actually thought there was a boy being kidnapped by some kind of sexual deviant, a predator, pretty much a sick fuck, and he beat the living shit out of him. And then he runs into Matthew Lillard, which he was the original Shaggy from the 2000s Scooby-Doo films, which I actually did enjoy him as Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo films back then. They weren't the best movies, but they were good in their own way. For a time. In its time, it was a movie really interesting to watch. So, basically, with what I thought of this film, basically the remainder of the premises, he gets those recurring dreams at his new job at Freddy's pizzeria place or whatever. Basically, he's a security guard and he is working there, but he's got to make sure to stay up through the shift. And he doesn't do that, so he keeps sleeping. And eventually, that's where these troublemaking kids come in and try to wreck the place, and they don't make it very long. But you'll see as the movie progresses, it all connects together. Everything is connected in this film with every character in the movie. So, basically, Matthew Lillard is not who you think he is in the film. You think he's some career counselor, but then you find out there's some dark, sinister secret that he has. And you find out about that towards the end of the film. Pretty much close to the end of the film. But this movie actually was pretty good. I was really impressed with this film. Would I say it was my favorite film of the year? Yeah, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's going to be movie of the year, but it's going to be on the best movies in my opinion. I don't know, I just really connected with the story. This was a very interesting movie, and I was creeped out by the dolls at first. The Freddy and all that, the machinery robots that they were. But they were actual ghosts in the machines of the 5 kids that went missing. And basically, there's someone behind it, some rabbit creature that is behind it all, and is basically was the one abducting the kids and killing them after. It's pretty awful shit. So he was a child murderer, so pretty sick stuff. But basically, with what I watched with the film, I was really invested in the movie, and I think it was a pretty good film. Well, there were some critiques I had with the film, but overall, I was very invested with the movie, and I didn't have too much complaints about the film. There was a few critiques, like with the Vanessa girl, because I wasn't sure if I was really getting her character all that well, because basically, through some of the movie, her character seemed a little forgettable. But it's towards the end that you really start to understand why she was doing all these things and kind of being snobbish a bit. But it was a role she played, and basically, I think Josh Hutchinson's performance was great. Matthew Lillard's performance was pretty good, even though he was the bad guy. But you don't find that out till the end of the film. But still, first score for me, I'm giving Five Nights at Freddy's an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good film. I was really invested with this film. I thought I wasn't gonna like this film at first, but it was a weird film, I can tell you that. But the overall execution was pretty good. So it did very well, in my opinion. So 8.5 out of 10 for Five Nights at Freddy's, the 2023 film. They did make a video game for this, but I didn't play that to experience it. But still, with that being said, thank you for watching this movie review tonight. Have a good night.